And there we are. Hello, everybody. It's kind of weird to hear myself on my phone and here. Hello, everybody. Yep, that's weird. I'm trying to share it. Oh, that's why. I'm trying to share it on my page. And it's not working. So we'll share it after. That's fine. All right. We'll give people just a minute to get on. Hope everybody is doing well in the middle of the storm. I hope you're all home and safe. Looks like we've got a few more hours to go with all this snow, so we might as well do some yoga, right? Okay. You don't need anything. Oh, I'm Lindsey. I usually teach at the Mission South Abington location. You don't need anything for this practice. Thanks, Tina. You don't need anything for this practice, just a mat. If you have any props that you prefer to use, feel free to grab them. And we are going to start comfortable seated position, taking a tall spine, soft shoulders. Maybe you'd like the ankles crossed, one in front of the other. And as you begin to just drop into this space, either softening your gaze or closing your eyes if you're comfortable. And just beginning to follow the movement of the breath within the stillness of the body. Noticing it as it flows from the belly, through the heart, through the throat, and in and out through the nose or through the mouth. Not trying to breathe in any particular way just yet. Just noticing your natural rhythm. It might be fast or slow, long or short, deep or shallow. The more you tune into that breath, the more you begin to tune everything else out. As you allow yourself to breathe naturally, turning your attention to your body, giving yourself a little body scan here, starting at the top of the head. You're gonna have an appearance by the dogs now. Down through the face and the neck. Scanning down through the shoulders, through the arms. Noticing any tightness or tension in the torso, in the abdomen, and the lower back. You guys are stealing the show. Scanning down through the hips, down the legs to the tips of the toes. And in your own time, if you're not completely distracted by my dancing dogs, Beginning to elongate your breaths. Deepening the inhales and deepening the exhales. Stretching out those inhales. Okay, guys, just a little bit longer. They're okay. I'm sure everybody loves it. Breathing deeply to fill up the belly. Come here, guys. Come lay down. And exhaling out any air that you're holding. Inhale to fill up. And exhale to release. One more deep inhale because I know I need it. Inhaling in. And exhaling out. And slowly reaching the arms up overhead, bringing the palms together and drawing them to heart center in prayer. Setting an intention or a dedication for your practice. Honoring that you might need something right now. And that self-care is not selfish. Drawing into your heart whatever it is that you need with a deep inhale. Exhale through the mouth, let it go. Beginning to flutter the eyes open, reach the arms up overhead once again. And exhale to fold forward, sinking the seat back, keeping those hips down as the forehead lowers toward the mat. Reaching the fingertips forward, maybe walking them just a bit more. Exhale, sink it back lower. Relaxing the neck and the shoulders. And walking the hands back toward the feet. Coming to sit back up and switching the legs. Taking whatever leg is in front this time behind. So uncrossing and recrossing. So there might be a little bit of extra tightness in the hips here. Once again, inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale to fold forward. Pressing that seat back. Reaching actively through the fingertips. And walk the hands back toward the legs. Sitting up nice and tall. One more time, reach the arms up overhead. Interlace the fingers together, driving the wrists toward each other. Relax the shoulders and flip the palms toward the sky. Keep reaching and stretching, deep stretch through the arms. Chin is slightly lifted. And on the exhale, release the fingertips, letting the arms float down to your sides. Rolling over the knees, coming into your tabletop position. Stacking shoulders over the wrists. Hi, Charlie. Knees hip width distance apart. Nice flat back. Drawing that navel toward the spine. A little arch in the upper part of the back. Gazes down on the inhale. Drop the belly. Shine your heart forward for cow pose. Exhale, round the spine. Draw the navel in for cat. Inhale to cow. Squeeze the shoulder blades together behind you. Exhale to cat. Continuing through those two poses, back and forth. And adding anything else that feels good. Gazing over the right or left shoulder. Flipping or reversing the palms. Swaying the hips from side to side. My dog is breakdancing for you. Finding what you need to wake up the body, to work out all the tightness, all the stiffness. And eventually coming back to that neutral spine. Take the knees as wide as the mat, big toes together to touch. Walk the hands forward, sink the seat back to child's pose. Lowering the forehead down, staying active in this pose. Reaching so actively through the fingertips that the elbows are lifted off of the mat. Sink the seat back toward the heels and breathe. Maybe rocking the forehead from side to side, stimulating that third eye chakra. Tapping into our intuition, into that inner wisdom that we already have. Everything that you need is already inside of you. Inhale to fill up. Exhale, tuck the toes under, lift the hips, find your first downward facing dog. Taking your time here, pedaling out the feet. Keeping as much of a bend into the knees as feels good for you. Knowing that not everybody's down dog is going to look the same. Yours might change from day to day as well. Eventually finding stillness. With every inhale, lifting the hips toward the sky. Every exhale, sink the heels down. And beginning to walk the hands back toward the feet at the back of the mat. Keep the feet hip width distance apart. Bend the knees generously. Find ragdoll pose. Grabbing for opposite elbow. Nodding the head yes. Shaking the head no. Relaxing the shoulders. Allowing anything heavy that you've been carrying to roll down the spine, off the crown of the head, onto the mat. Letting it go. On your next exhale, release the fingertips to the mat. Then walk the hands forward to your plank pose, top of a push-up. Driving the heels back, core is engaged. Press into the pads of the fingertips. Deep inhale in. Exhale, drop knees, chest and chin to the mat. Elbows tucked to your sides, 8-point salute. Inhale, pull your heart forward and through as you drop the belly. Baby cobra, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Try to relax the glutes if you can. One more deep inhale. Exhale, sink the seat back into child's pose to transition. Deep inhale in. Exhale, tuck the toes under, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Inhale to fill up. Exhale out. Inhale, rise up onto the toes and walk your feet to your hands, coming to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift to a flat back. Exhale, refold. Step the feet together and take a slow roll up to stand, coming to mountain pose. Tall spine, soft shoulders, stacking the body on top of itself. And moving through Surya Namaskar A to heat up the body. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, hinge at the hips to fold all the way down, bending your knees if you'd like. Inhale, halfway lift to a flat back, gazing forward. Exhale, refold, plant the palms, step back into plank pose. Either dropping to the knees or moving through a full chaturanga, coming down 90 degrees. Pull your heart forward and through, roll over the toes. Open the heart, upward facing dog. Lift the hips, downward facing dog. Deep inhales and deep exhales. At any point, if you need to modify or skip the vinyasa, listen to your body. Inhale, rise up onto the toes, bend the knees to look forward. Step or float to the top of your mat. Halfway lift to a flat back. Exhale, refold. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Hands come to heart center in prayer. Deep inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale, bend the knees, sink the seat, awkward chair pose. Squeeze the thighs together. Tuck that tailbone under, draw the navel in, sink it low. Keeping the knees bent, draw the hands together behind the back, interlace the fingers, press the knuckles down to open the heart. And begin to draw your belly towards your thighs. Keep those knees bent. Once the belly hits the thighs, reaching the arms up, for a deep shoulder stretch. Staying here for one more breath. And then beginning to straighten the legs, trying to keep that belly tucked to the thighs. Deep stretch through the backs of the legs and through the arms. One more deep inhale, stretching to your edge. Exhale, release the arms down, straighten the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, refold, plant the palms, step or float back into plank pose. Either drop to your knees or move through your full chaturanga. Eventually making your way back to a downward facing dog. Staying connected to your breath, present to each movement. From your down dog, reach the right leg up and back, down dog split. I'm not going to, I don't want to kick the tree. Draw the knee forward and through, warrior one. Plant the right foot, drop the left heel to a 45-degree angle, rising up. Deep bend in that right knee, squaring the hips. Reach through the fingertips, soften the shoulders, breathe into that lower back. Inhale to find length. Exhale, bend that knee just a bit deeper. Inhale, straighten both legs, hop step the back foot up just an inch or two for pyramid pose. Reach the fingertips forward and then down. There's my hip pop. Draw the nose toward the right knee. Keep pulling that left hip forward as you press the right hip back. Deep stretch through the back of the right leg. Inhale, halfway lift to gaze forward, micro bend into the right knee. So you step the left foot further back. You're on the ball of the back foot for a runner's lunge, shining your heart forward. Drive that left heel back, nice long lunge here. Drop the left knee, untuck the toes, low crescent lunge. Arms reach to the sky, soften the shoulders, press the hips forward. If you find your right knee going over your toes, walk that right foot out a little bit further. Bending into the elbows to find ragdoll arms here. This is one of my favorite arm movements. I think I got this from Rachel. Lifting the chin and pressing those arms back. It's just a little micro movement here, usually pretty tight in the shoulders. Keep breathing through it. And exhale, release the fingertips down. Left hand plants, right arm reaches, simple twist. You can keep that knee down to start as we continue to just warm up. Exhale, right hand comes down, tuck the left toes under, lift the left knee, step back, lower down, and flow through your vinyasa. Keeping the elbows tucked to your sides to protect those shoulders. And from your downward facing dog, lift the left leg up and back, down dog split. Draw the left foot forward and through, warrior one. Drop the right heel, rising up. Take your time. Breathe into that lower back. Press into the pinky side edge of the right foot. Keep that left knee tracking over the left ankle. One more deep inhale to find length. Soften the shoulders. Exhale, straighten the front leg, hop step the back foot up just a few inches for pyramid pose. Reach it forward. And then down, draw the nose toward the left knee. Press that right hip forward. Draw that left hip back. Inhale to come up onto the fingertips. Micro bend in the left knee. Step the right foot further back for a runner's lunge. Stay on the ball of the back foot. Shine your heart forward. Get a nice long stride here. Deep bend in the left knee. Drop the right knee down. Untuck the toes. Low crescent lunge. Arms reach to the sky. Again, any adjustments in that left knee. And bending at the elbows for your ragdoll arms. If you go for the ragdoll arms and you find it's quite comfortable, Switch your grip up and go the other way. Whatever is not natural for you, lift the chin, press the arms back. And exhale, release the fingertips down. Right hand plants, left arm reaches, simple twist. Reaching through the left fingertips. Exhale, left hand comes down, tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee, step back, lower down. Open your heart forward and through, upward facing dog. Lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Deep inhale in and exhale out. Inhale, rise up onto the toes, bend the knees to look forward. Step or float to the top of your mat. Halfway lift to a flat back. Exhale, refold. Bend the knees, sink the seat, awkward chair pose. Sink it down low. 3 breaths here. Draw the biceps up by the ears. Keep the heart lifted. 1 more deep inhale. Exhale, fold over straight legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, shift the weight into the right foot. Step the left foot back, runner's lunge. Driving that left heel back. Left hand plants, right arm reaches, simple twist. We've been here before. We're just up a little bit higher now. Drive that left heel back. Try to keep that left leg straight. 1 more deep reach through the fingertips. Open that heart. Exhale, right hand comes down. Down dog split. Extend that right leg up and back behind you. Flex the foot. Lifting it high. Bend the knee. Stack the hip. Maybe making some circles with that right knee. Really opening up that hip. Squeezing that right heel toward that left glute. Inhale, re-straighten the leg. Pull the knee forward and through for high lunge. Plant the right foot, stay on the ball of the back foot, and rise up. Deep bend in the right knee. Drop that left heel back. Stretching it out. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, re-bend. Shift the weight into the right foot for warrior 3. Lift the left toes, flex the left foot. Airplaning the arms back. Or bringing the hands together at heart center in prayer. Lift that left leg up just a bit higher, getting it parallel to the earth. 1 more deep inhale. Exhale, fingertips come to the earth for standing split. Point the left toes and lift the leg up just a bit higher, walking the hands back toward the right foot. Nose moves toward the knee. Lift that left leg up. And exhale, left foot meets right at the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, refold. Bend the knees, sink the seat, awkward chair pose. Squeeze the thighs together, sink it low. Heart is open, tailbones tucked. Squeeze the thighs together. 1 more deep inhale. Exhale, fold over straight legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Shift the weight into the left foot. Step the right foot back, runner's lunge. Drive that right heel back, deep bend in the left knee. Right hand plants, left arm reaches, simple twist. Gazing up at that left hand. Trying to draw the belly button toward the inside of the left thigh. Exhale, left hand comes down, down dog split. Extend that left leg up and back. Flexing the left foot, bend the knee, stack the hip. Maybe making circles with that left knee to open up that hip. And re-straighten the leg. Pull it forward and through, high lunge. Plant the left foot, stand the ball of the back foot, arms reach to the sky, sink it down low. This fireplace is warm. Drive that right heel back. Deep bend in the left knee. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, re-bend, shift the weight into the left leg, warrior 3. Lift the right toes, flex the foot. Either airplaning the arms or hands at the heart. Find your focus. Keep your breath. One more deep inhale. Exhale, fingertips come to the mat, standing split. Point the right toes, lift the right leg higher. Walk the hands back toward the left foot. Stretching out the back of the left leg. The focus is more on that standing leg, not the leg that's being lifted. On the next exhale, right foot meets left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, refold. Inhale, rise to stand, reach the arms up overhead, hands come to the heart. Step the feet hip width distance apart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold, coming all the way down. Peace fingers grab for the big toes. Inhale to gaze forward, flat back. Exhale, bend the elbows, draw the crown of the head toward the earth. If you need to, you can put a little bend into your knees. But with each exhale, trying to straighten the legs just a bit more. And exhale, release the hands from the feet, step the feet together. Slow roll up to stand. Reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, refold, coming all the way back down. Finding our flow here, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step or float back. Either lowering down or coming right back to your downward facing dog. Wherever you're at. Deep inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale, reach the right leg up and back, down dog split. Exhale, high lunge, plant the right foot, stand the ball of the back foot. Arms reach to the sky. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, rebend, open, warrior two. Drop that left heel. Let that left hip open. Keep the right knee stacked on top of the right ankle. Maybe even pulling the knee out just a little bit. Reaching actively through the fingertips. Let's take the hands behind us, interlace the fingers. I like that move a lot, right? Press the knuckles down to really open the heart. Right shoulder points toward the front of the mat, left shoulder toward the back, keeping those shoulders square. And release the hands. Flip the front palm, reach it up and back, peaceful warrior. Keep that deep bend. Exhale, come back through warrior two. Straighten the front leg, bump the hips back, triangle pose. Right hand forward and then down. Left arm to the sky. Press the back body against the imaginary wall behind you. Open the heart and the hips. And slowly rising back up into warrior two. Bend into that knee. Gazing out over the fingertips, balancing half moon pose. Right hand comes down in front of the toes, stack the left hip, flex the left toes, left arm reaches to the sky. Maybe gazing up at that hand. Keep opening that hip for one more deep breath. Exhale, left hand meets right at the top of the mat. Square the hips, point the left toes as you walk the hands back toward the right foot, standing split. Lift the leg up just a bit higher. And exhale, left foot meets right at the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, refold. Inhale, rise to stand, reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, hands through heart center, coming all the way back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, refold, plant the palms, yogi's choice. Either step or float back to find your vinyasa or lift the hips to downward facing dog. Listen to where you're at, to what your body needs. Maybe you're next to a fireplace like me. Sweating just a little bit, moving to the other side. Inhale, reach the left leg up and back, down dog split. Exhale, high lunge, plant the left foot, stand the ball of the back foot. Arms reach the sky, bend deep. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, open warrior two. Reaching actively through the fingertips. Keep that left knee stacked on top of the left ankle. Hips are open. Draw the hands together behind the lower back just to square those shoulders. Press the knuckles down. Left shoulder points forward, right shoulder points back. Release the hands, flip the front palm, reach up and back. Peaceful warrior, keeping that deep bend in the left knee. And inhale to come back through warrior two, straighten the front leg, bump the hips back. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Left hand down, right arm to the sky. Open hips, open heart. One more deep breath. Driving back up into our warrior two. Gaze out over the left fingertips, balancing half moon pose. Left fingertips down. Stack the right hip on top of the left. Flex the right toes. Create a line of energy out the crown of the head to the right heel. Right arm reaches. Gaze can be up or down. Whatever is most comfortable for your neck and for your focus. One more deep breath here. Exhale, right hand comes down next to the left, standing split. Walk the hands back toward the left foot. Right leg is still lifted. Point the toes, lift it high. Deep stretch. And exhale, left foot meets right at the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, refold. Take a slow roll up to stand. Reach the arms to the sky. Hands come to the heart. Deep inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale, bend the knees, sink the seat, awkward chair. I don't know where this is coming from. This is very unlike me. Sink it low. So many chair poses. And let's shift the weight into the right foot as we find a figure four. Left ankle comes on top of the right thigh. Flex that left foot. Hands come to the heart. Sink it low. Find your balance. Heart is lifted. Let that left hip open for one more breath. Transitioning into a warrior three. Lift the left leg, extend that left heel back. Flex the left toes. Hold it for at least a breath before you find your high lunge. Bend into the right knee, drop the left heel, arms reach to the sky. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, open warrior two. Flip the front palm, reach it up and back, peaceful warrior. Exhale, hold in side angle pose, either forearm to thigh or right hand to the inside of the right foot. If you have a bind or a half bind and you're feeling really open right now, feel free to take it. We've done quite a few heart openers by drawing our hands together behind our back. Two more deep breaths here. And exhale, release the palms. Coming back up through your warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Bump the hips back, triangle pose. Just to release out that knee. Keep the legs as they are and reverse your palms. Reach that right arm up and back. Nice deep reverse triangle, one of my favorite poses. Stretch from the toes out, the right hand. And begin to bend into the right knee as you circle the palms down, frame the front foot. Step back, lower down, or press back to downward facing dog. Coming back to that breath each time. One more side, and then we'll come down onto our mats. Inhale, rise up onto the toes, bend the knees to look forward, step or float to the top of your mat, halfway lift. Exhale, refold. Inhale, rise to stand, reach the arms to the sky, hands come to the heart. One more chair pose, last one. Bend the knees, sink the seat, awkward chair. Squeeze the thighs together, sink it down low. And find your figure four as you lift that right ankle on top of the left thigh. Let that right knee open. Flex the right foot to protect that knee. Sink it down low, hands at the heart. And begin your transition to warrior three. Drive that right heel back. Straighten the left leg. Lift that leg just a bit higher. Keep the toes flexed for one more breath. Before you find your high lunge, drop the right toes down, left knee bends, arms reach to the sky. Straighten the front leg. Exhale, open warrior two. Flip the front palm, peaceful warrior. Exhale, hold in side angle pose. Either forearm to thigh or left hand all the way down. Right arm reaches to the sky. And if you have a bind or half bind, you can also take them here, wrapping that right arm around the back. Left arm underneath the left thigh, grabbing for the fingers or for the wrists. Keep that heart open, just like we did when we did our first warrior two. Shoulders are open. One more deep breath. And release the hands, driving back up into warrior two. Straighten the front leg, bump the hips back, Trikonasana. Open the heart. And reverse your triangle. Left arm reaches up, right arm drops back, both legs are straight. Rebend into that left knee. As you circle the palms down, frame the front foot, step back, lower down. Open your heart, rinse it out, and press back to downward facing dog. Deep inhales and deep exhales. Inhale, reach the right leg up and back, down dog split. Exhale, right palm or right knee to right palm, half pigeon pose. Right ankle to the left. Keeping the hips square, right foot is flexed to protect that right knee. Trying to get that right shin parallel to the top of the mat. Straighten the left leg behind you. Begin to walk the hands forward. You can stay up on your palms. Come down onto the forearms. Maybe cross the arms to make a pillow for your forehead. Holding for 5 deep breaths here. Breathing into the tightness in that hip. As the practice begins to slow down, the mind may begin to wander just a bit more. This is where the real work begins, coming back to that breath. One more deep breath here. Release out that hip, find some softness. And walking the palms underneath the shoulders as you begin to lift your heart. Straightening the spine. And beginning to roll over onto that right cheek. As you swing that left leg around for fire log or double pigeon pose. This is one of my favorite hip openers here. Left leg is stacked on top of the right. Both knees are bent. Ankles, left ankle is stacked on top of the right knee. Left knee stacked on top of the right ankle. Flex the feet to protect the knees. Find a tall spine here, and this might be enough. You might actually find that your left knee is up pretty high. You can stay right here if you'd like. If it's way too much, straighten the bottom leg to give a little bit of relief to that right hip. If this feels good for you and you want more, you can use that left hand to begin to press into that left knee, or you can also begin to fold, keeping that tailbone pressed down, keeping the sits bone still pressing into the mat, starting to feel a little bit more pressure in the hip flexors. 3 deep breaths here. And slowly making your way back up. Releasing the top foot so that it crosses at the shins to roll over the knees. Coming back into our downward facing dog to move to the other side. Or whatever it takes to get there. You don't have to do that transition if you found something else. Shaking out those hips and those knees in our down dog as we move to balance out the body. Inhale, reach the left leg up and back, down dog split. Exhale, half pigeon, left knee behind the left palm, left ankle behind the right. Square the hips, straighten the right leg, lift the heart. Begin to settle into that left hip. Let gravity do the work. You shouldn't have to do too much here besides breathe and focus. And trying not to fidget. On the exhale, walk the hands forward and maybe begin to lower down. Coming to your edge, but not right away. Take your time. Use each exhale to fold just a bit deeper. Allowing yourself to come back to the breath. One more deep breath. And slowly walking the hands underneath the shoulders. Lifting your heart. And we'll roll over onto that left hip like we did with the other side. Swing the right leg around. Ooh, there's the hip pop. Right leg stacks on top of the left. Right ankle on top of the left knee. Right knee on top of the left ankle. Flex the toes. Tall spine. And again, maybe staying here. Maybe straighten the bottom leg. Right hand can begin to press into the right knee as long as you keep that foot flexed. And if you'd like, beginning to fold. Feeling that tension in the hip flexors. Keeping that seat pressing down. One more deep breath here. And slowly making your way back up. Untangling the legs. Let's take the feet as wide as the mat. Knees are bent to windshield wiper the legs. Walk your hands behind you and just drop the legs to the right and then to the left. Back to the right again. Release out those hips and back to the left. Coming into Dandasana, forward fold. A Dandasana and then a forward fold. Flexing the feet. Legs are together, tall spine. You can either reach the arms up overhead to fold forward. I like to do a little spider walk here where I walk my hands forward, keeping that back nice and flat. And with each exhale, folding just a bit deeper, taking my time, getting into the pose. Coming to your edge with one more deep breath. And then making your way back up. for bound angle or butterfly pose before we make our way onto our back. Soles of the feet come together to touch, knees open wide. Elbows can press to the insides of the thighs if your legs are popping up like mine. Keep the heart lifted, nice flat back, and draw the chest toward the feet. Keeping the sits bones pressing down. Let those hips fall open. And making your way back up. Take the palms underneath the knees to close the legs. Reaching the hands forward, thumbs point up, and slowly rolling down onto your back like you're in cat pose, rolling down one vertebrae at a time as you arch the back. Coming all the way down. I have a Christmas tree in my way. And once you find your way onto your back, draw the knees into the chest, wrap the arms around the shins, and rock gently from side to side, massaging out that lower back. And bringing the arms out to a T or to cactus arms. Allow the knees to fall heavy to the left as you gaze towards your right hand for a gentle spinal twist in the lower back. Inhale to come back through center. And exhale to drop the knees to the opposite side, gazing toward that left hand. Inhale back through center. Draw the knees into the chest. Take the hands behind the knees, underneath the thighs, and begin to straighten the legs. For supported, legs up the wall, Viparita Karani. Flexing the feet. And you can either stay right here, or if you'd like to release the hands, giving yourself a little bit more work in that core. As the hands rest on the earth, flexing the feet and lowering the legs down for a count of 10. 9, keeping the lower back pressed into the earth. 8, 7, draw that navel in. 6, 5, halfway there. 4, feeling that shake. Oh, I have a couch in the way. 3, 2, keep squeezing. 1, for a hover, and release. Bringing the legs all the way down. Allowing the toes to fall open. Arms resting at your sides. Or whatever the most comfortable Shavasana looks like for you. Scanning down through the body, noticing any continued areas of tension or tightness, and sending a little bit of extra love to those areas tonight, physically and emotionally. Beginning to relax the body, the breath, and the mind. Allowing yourself to breathe naturally. Allowing the forehead, the eyes, the ears, the nose, the cheeks, and the mouth to soften, to relax, to release. Relaxing the chin, the neck, the shoulders. Beginning to move down the arms, relaxing the biceps and the triceps, the elbows and the forearms, relaxing the wrists, the palms, And each and every finger allowing them to completely release. Scanning down through the chest, through the shoulder blades, releasing any tension as you relax the belly, the lower abdomen, releasing any tension in the hips and the lower back. Relaxing the legs, feeling a release in the knees and the calves, softening the ankles and the feet, and releasing and relaxing each and every toe, allowing the body to completely soften, to find a moment of well-deserved peace in this Shavasana. And I encourage you to stay here as long as you'd like. Maybe shut me off. But I'm going to begin to draw my knees into the chest, beginning to wake up the body, stretching out the arms, releasing the fingers. From here, you can fall heavy to your right side, finding one more moment for yourself. And in your own time, whenever you're ready, pressing yourself up to a comfortable seated position just as we started. Finding a tall spine, soft shoulders. And drawing the hands together, heart center in prayer. Bowing your head in dedication to your practice. Thank you for allowing me to be your guide tonight. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Be gentle with yourselves tonight. I apologize for the dogs, but that's how you know this is live, right? I hope everyone is feeling well and taking care of themselves. We look forward to seeing you all soon. Stay safe and stay warm. Good night.